Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. William Samoei Ruto, the entire IEB staff, Wafula Chebukati, Boya Molu and Abdi Guliye have been exposed once again. And this time round, the people who aided William Ruto's win and victory are at the center of this expose. And I'm now convinced more than ever that William Ruto never won last year's elections because they don't believe in it, the people who helped him. Apparently, you all understand that after the last year's elections, William Ruto praised Wafula Chebukati as the man who remained very brave and withstood external pressure that was forcing him to subvert the will of the people and were forcing him to announce Raila as the winner instead of William Ruto. In fact, he said some people went to Bomas who wanted to take away his victory. And with that, in last year's Jamhuri celebrations, William Ruto awarded Chebukati with the Elder of the Order of the Golden Heart as the man who gave Kenyans the best elections ever. His partners, Boya Molu and Abdi Guliye, were added with the Elder of the Order of the Burning Spear. They were given these awards because William Ruto said, were it not for these people, the will of Kenyans would have been subverted. Now recently, in an event that was organized by the Electoral Commission of Portugal, the IEBC was also invited because it was about elections. And we are told that the IEBC won the award of the election management because Wafula Chebukati had played a video in Bomas where people were fighting, and he used that to convince the world that these people wanted to force him to announce someone else and to have subvert the will of the people. And as a result of that, the Independent Electoral Commission of Kenya was awarded, they were the winner of the election management because they managed that election according to Wafula Chebukati, standing against pressure. And in fact, we were even told that at some point some people wanted to kill Wafula Chebukati. With that, ladies and gentlemen, the IEBC and Wafula Chebukati look like they stood out in the world as people who managed our elections well. Now, a few days ago, Commonwealth selected a team of 10 members that is going to oversee elections in Bangladesh. This team is called Commonwealth Expert Team. They selected people from different countries, people who they believe have got integrity, people who they believe have got expertise in managing elections, and they are going to be election observers. You know that Kenya falls under Commonwealth because we were colonized by Britain. So as such, we fall directly under the Commonwealth. Now, one funny thing that has really shocked very many people is that with all the credentials that Wafula Chebukati has, Boya Molu and Abdi Guliye, none of them was selected in this team. Remember, they have earned an award that was organized by the Electoral Commission of Portuguese. None of them was selected. In fact, in Kenya, the person who was selected is the Deputy Organizing Secretary of the Jubilee Party, Anne Njoroge. And very many people have been asking, how did they come to the conclusion that in Kenya, they can only take one person and that person is not coming from the IEBC? Because if you ask me, if the IEBC procured the best election ever, an election that the US ambassador to Kenya describes as the freest election in the history of Kenya since independence, how comes they did not even select any of them? Because Wafula Chebukati has been over the moon with joy. They thought that after the award in Portugal, they had been sanitized. And William Ruto thought that after this award, he was legitimized. Why did they leave out Wafula Chebukati? Because the person who was selecting is the Commonwealth Secretary General Patricia Scotland. And this team is going to be headed by the former Prime Minister of Jamaica, a man who goes by the name Bruce Golding. And it is Anne Njoroge, the Deputy Organizing Secretary of the Jubilee Party. If you look at this election, the Kenya Kwanza bloggers were really shocked and they have been complaining a lot. Because one, the selection has come from the Jubilee Party, from Uhuru. Remember just the other day, Uhuru was selected for peace mission in Congo, and he was also heading a group of African Union observers in an election that was happening in Nigeria. Now another person from the Jubilee Party. And for the entire Azimio fraternity, they are very happy because before the selection, Anne Njoroge had been a thorn in the flesh. She had started a recruitment drive in Central, telling people, you know, popularizing the Jubilee Party and telling Mount Kenya that they should come back home and wachane na mambo ya UDA. This is a vote of no confidence against the UDA regime. The question that one would ask, amidst all this, we have seen Jill Biden coming into the country to give William Ruto the much needed legitimacy. We have seen King Charles coming into the country, and we were told that he selected Kenya as the first Commonwealth destination. Why would they attempt to embrace William Ruto, yet when it comes to serious matters, they ignore the IEBC? Because it is the IEBC that has been said that procured a wonderful and amazing election that plunged Ruto into power. Yet they didn't see it fit to select any member of the IEBC. These people know very well that in the last year's election, Jose Kamago's story is there because they were part and parcel of it. They know. They also understand that we've got the Cherera 4. Out of the 5 commissioners, Irene Masit and Juliana Cherera, are seeking an asylum in the US. They ran for their dear life because someone wanted to kill them. In fact, in 2017, someone died. The IT expertise that was manning the server, who had declared that no one would rig elections. And you know that Musando is normal in very unclear circumstances, under the same watch of the IEBC, under the same commissioners, being led by Wafula Chebukati. So these people understand. They believe and they know that Jose Kamago gave William Ruto his win, and they know very well that William Ruto did not win. That is a fact. Because if they really believed in the IEBC, they would have selected one of the IEBC commissioners. And like I said, this is a vote of no confidence. These people only love William Samoei Ruto because of selfish gains. They know they had placed William Ruto there to implement whatever they want. They know. And that's why they would come back into the country to ensure that their projects are taking place well and are going on well. And this is the reason why they still embrace him. They don't embrace him because he won. They embrace him because he was placed there to be in charge of their affairs. If the US wants to introduce the GMO, he is there to implement that. If they want to introduce the LGBTQ, he is there to do that through the courts. If they want to ensure that we take 1,000 soldiers to Haiti, he is there to lead the mission. So he is placed there because Ruto is serving their masters. And this is rejection. IEBC has been rejected. Wafula Chebukati and all the awards that they received, that award is nullified. Because, you know, Commonwealth is a big organization, about 56 countries. And you know that Britain colonized even the USA. So if they were really serious about William Ruto's win, if they were really serious about Wafula Chebukati and Boya Molu, you know, and Abdi Gulie, If they were really serious in awarding them to show that they did a wonderful job, they would have selected the IEBC. This is a shame. And no one should come to us and tell us that, you know, IEBC did a good job. It is not. No one should come and tell us that Wafula, someone wanted to kill Wafula Chebukati. It is not. These are the people who, if they wanted to give them this accolade, at least to make Ruto happy, they would have done it. But it seems these people hata pia wamechoka. And I see the Kenya Kwanza team asking how they reached and they came to a conclusion about selecting Anne Njoroge. Because Uhuru Kenyatta is smiling. The Azimio fraternity is smiling. And if you think we are going too much, open the server. And we will show you how they came up to select Anne Njoroge. I don't know what to think, but that is my take.